महाराजनी जय, राधा कृष्ण भगवाननी जय, उमापति शंकर भगवाननी जय, सियावर रामचंद्र भगवाननी जय, गुणातीतानंद स्वामी महाराजनी जय, भगत जी महाराजनी जय, शास्त्री जी महाराजनी जय, योगी जी महाराजनी जय, प्रमुख स्वामी महाराजनी जय, महंत स्वामी महाराजनी जय, अक्षरधाम महोत्सवनी। Today, we're here to celebrate the importance of community. In a world where our personal responsibilities force us to act fast and pull us into different directions, our responsibilities to ourselves, our responsibilities to our family, and our responsibilities to work. At that time, in our search for personal pursuits, it's easy to forget the importance of coming together. Community is the heartbeat of all of society. Community is when we can come together and help each other in times of adversity, and come together and share in each other's joys and triumphs. Community is more than just living together physically. Just as every individual thread in a piece of cloth gives more value to the overall cloth, in the same way, in our rich tapestry of our culture, of our heritage, every individual, when they share one common belief and one common goal, that's what community is. One common belief, one common goal. And when we come together as a community, there is nothing that we cannot achieve. We can overcome every adversity. We can resolve every issue, whether it be a social issue or even something large as maintaining our heritage for the next generation. Everything is possible through community. Sanghe Shakti Kalo Yuge. So today, in this evening's assembly, we're here to celebrate the importance of community, and specifically to honor the different Indian organizations that have come together with this one thought that we are stronger together than we are individually. As we begin today's evening assembly, let us begin with the traditional prayer and kirtan.
Shrimad Sadgun Shalinam Chid Chidi Vyaptam Chadi Vyakrutim Jive Shakshar Mukta Koti Sukhadam Naikavatara Gneyam Shri Purushottamam Munivarer Vedadikirtyam Vibhum Tammulakshara-yuktamev Sahajanandam Chavande Sada Gunatitoksharam Brahma Bhagavan Purushottamah Jano Janannidam Satyam Mochyate Bhavabandhanat. Swami Narayana Swami Swami Narayana
Swami Narayana
Swami Narayana Swami Swami Narayana
Swami Narayana Swami Swami Narayana
Swami Narayana 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 Re Swami Narayana Hare
Swami Narayana Re Swami Narayana Hare
Gunatitanand Swami Swami Narayana
Gunatitanand Swami Swami Narayana
Bhagat Ji Maharaj Swami Swami Narayana
Bhagat Ji Maharaj Swami Swami Narayana
Swami Narayana 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 Re Swami Narayana Hare
Swami Narayana Re Swami Narayana Hare
શાસ્ત્રી જી મહારાજ સ્વામી સ્વામી નારાયણ
શાસ્ત્રીજી મહારાજ સ્વામી સ્વામી નારાયણ
યોગી જી મહારાજ સ્વામી સ્વામી નારાયણ
યોગીજી મહારાજ સ્વામી સ્વામી નારાયણ
સ્વામી નારાયણ 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 રે સ્વામી નારાયણ હરે
સ્વામી નારાયણ રે સ્વામી નારાયણ હરે
પ્રમુખ સ્વામી 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 નારાયણ
પ્રમુખ સ્વામી 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 નારાયણ
મહંત સ્વામી 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 નારાયણ
મહંત સ્વામી 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 નારાયણ
સ્વામી નારાયણ 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 રે સ્વામી નારાયણ હરે
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 मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना। जिसने जीवन दिया, जिसने दिया आत्मा, जिसने जीवन दिया, जिसने दिया आत्मा, जो है संसार में सबका परमात्मा, जो है संसार में सबका परमात्मा, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना। जग में सबसे बड़ी एक ही शक्ति है, जग में सबसे बड़ी एक ही शक्ति है, उसकी भक्ति से बढ़कर नहीं भक्ति है, उसकी भक्ति से बढ़कर नहीं भक्ति जग में सबसे बड़ी एक ही शक्ति है, उसकी भक्ति से बढ़कर नहीं भक्ति है। छल कपट लोभ के सारे संताप से, छल कपट लोभ के सारे संताप से, बस उसी की शरण में तेरी मुक्ति है, बस उसी की शरण में तेरी मुक्ति है। वो हरेगा यातना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, वो हरेगा तेरी यातना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना। भेद वो तो किसी में नहीं देखता, भेद वो तो किसी में नहीं देखता, चाहता है वो सब में रहे एकता, चाहता है वो सब में रहे एकता। भेद वो तो किसी में नहीं देखता, चाहता है वो सब में रहे एकता, उसको इंसान बनकर दिखाएंगे हम, उसको इंसान बनकर दिखाएंगे हम। क्या हुआ बन न पाए अगर देवता, क्या हुआ बन न पाए अगर देवता, जिसने दी है हमें भावना, मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना, 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 मन उसी की करो प्रार्थना।
सौनु करो कल्याण हो, सौनु करो कल्याण, सौनु करो कल्याण हो, सौनु करो कल्याण। दयाळु प्रभु हो, दयाळु प्रभु हो, कारी वधे ने वड़ी वधे धनधार कोई कोई नो गुरु नहीं छे कोई कोई नो गुरु नहीं छे ईछे सौनु સમાન સૌનું કરો કલ્યાણ હો સૌનું કરો કલ્યાણ હો સૌનું કરો કલ્યાણ દયાળુ પ્રભુ હો 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 દયાળુ પ્રભુ હો
Pramukh Swami Maharaj was the inspirer and creator behind this magnificent BAPS Swaminarayan Akshardham. And behind this Swaminarayan Akshardham, Pramukh Swami Maharaj's sentiments were that in the joy of others lies our own. And not just this Akshardham, but throughout his entire life, Pramukh Swami Maharaj did everything he did with this one feeling, that may others also proceed and progress. Today, we're fortunate to have Pujya Gnanvatsa Swami here with us. Pujya Gnanvatsa Swami has worked closely with both Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj for decades. And through his extensive travels throughout the world, his decades of experience meeting countless devotees and well-wishers, and after delivering 15,000 speeches to help inspire millions of people to live ethical and moral and spiritual lives, we're blessed that today he's here to help us understand better what Pramukh Swami Maharaj meant when he said these famous words, "In the joy of others lies our own." Today, I'd like to request Pujya Gnanvatsa Swami to shed light for all of us onto this deep spiritual principle.
गुणातीतोऽक्षरं ब्रह्म भगवान् पुरुषोत्तमः जनो जानन्निदं सत्यम् उच्यते भवबन्धनात्. With prostrations at the divine feet of Bhagavan Swaminarayan, my Guru Hari, Param Pujya Pramukh Swami Maharaj, my Pragat Guru Hari, Param Pujya Mahant Swami Maharaj, my heartiest Namaskar, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Swami Narayan, and a very good evening. First of all, the BAPS Swaminarayan Mandir, Robbinsville, the Swaminarayan Akshardham, feels privileged today to have the presence, rather let me put in the word dignified presence, of 60 plus non-government organizations, self-help groups and service organizations, and we feel utmost pleasure in our hearts to have all the organizations today at our place. We warmly welcome you. In this world when everything is money, the organizations we sitting together today, we talk about selfless service. People talk about want to get money, earn money, spend money. We as community services people, we talk about want to do selfless services, want to render these services to the last beneficiary in the society, want to not earn money but earn punya because of these community services. Because in this world when people talk about everything that is money, money can buy you the best of beds but not sleep. Community services can buy you a good sleep. If money can always not buy you best of fames, community services, when they are done selflessly, they are recognized by the people. So, community services as a part of human life, as one of the principal aims of human life, enrich ourselves personally to an extent that has been described at the highest levels in the scriptures. But to render community services is not an easy task. It is written in our Upanishads, Seva dharma param gahano, yoginam apyagamya. Means to render community services is a very, very difficult task. Even the master yogis who have done sadhana in their life, they find it difficult to do community selfless services lifelong, upholding the highest principles of service that has been prescribed in the scriptures. But when we look at the lives of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, when we look at the life of Mahant Swami Maharaj, we learn many aspects of selfless service. How a service should be initiated. What should be the thought process while doing those services? What should be the emotional balance while rendering those services? We have seen from very close quarters the amount of selfless service that Pramukh Swami Maharaj has rendered to the society. In a span of 45 years, from his age of 51 to 95, Pramukh Swami Maharaj created 1,300 institutions of social service. Hospitals, hostels, schools, colleges, community centers, sanskar kendras, hari mandirs, mandirs and akshardham. That means in his lifetime, Pramukh Swami Maharaj gifted an institute of social service every 15th day of his life, and that is beyond the ken of human intelligence. An unbelievable record. And today you would be surprised to know that Mahant Swami Maharaj became the guru of this organization 7 years back at the age of 83. In the last 7 years, Mahant Swami Maharaj has gifted an institute of social service to the society every 8th day of his life. This is his performance record from the age of 83 to 90, that is in the last 7 years. Such the zenith of selfless service. With what thought process and what emotions they render these selfless services. How to render these social services we learn from such noble spiritual souls. First thing, when the Swaminarayan Akshardham in Delhi was inaugurated, Pramukh Swami Maharaj mentioned with a very pure heart that this Swaminarayan Akshardham we have not created out of jealousy, out of competition with anybody. We have created this out of devotion for Bhagavan Swaminarayan to fulfill the wishes of our Guru Yogiji Maharaj, and whoever steps into this Akshardham campus, that is all the visitors, they get inspired to live a better life, that is virtues and values should be imbibed in their life. Such is our motto behind the creation of Swaminarayan Akshardham. The same words were repeated by Param Pujya Mahant Swami Maharaj a few days back for Swaminarayan Akshardham here in Robbinsville, which is going to get inaugurated on the 8th of October. It will be the largest Hindu mandir in the Western Hemisphere on 8th of October, and Mahant Swami Maharaj will gift perhaps the greatest gift that the land of America has ever got in its history by a person from a foreign country. This is the first aspect of learning from such noble souls, and that aspect is in community services, while rendering it, no jealousy with anybody, no competition with anybody, no show off with anybody, and most important of all, while rendering the community services, the person who is rendering it should never ever get the slightest thought in his mind that I am doing some obligation upon a person. I am obliging the beneficiary. I am obliging the society. Instead, the reverse has to be thought, that I feel privileged. I feel specially chosen by God, that I'm able to render out of my resources some part that God has gifted to me, to the society, selflessly. This thought and emotion gives ultimate happiness out of community services. This has to be kept in mind. And it is a moral obligation of every human being upon this earth that we must give back to the society some part of us, some part of our resources to make this society, make this community, and overall humanity enrich themselves. Make this place a better place for everybody to work, to live, to exist. As I said, this we learn from such noble souls like Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj. Again, a good aspect that we learn from them. Community services are to be rendered with professional perfection, with the end result in mind, with the thought that the ultimate beneficiary out of this should get the maximum out of it. In the year 2001, when Kutch, situated in the northern part of Gujarat, got devastated by a severe earthquake, it was 26 January morning, 8:45 a.m. Pramukh Swami Maharaj immediately swung into action, and he asked the local saints and the volunteers there in Bhuj, Kutch, to start the kitchen, because he said that just 3 hours from now at 12, where would people go themselves for lunch? Where would they feed them and their family? We started the kitchen facilities there. The first meals at 12, 17,000 people had it. Pramukh Swami Maharaj, when was reported about this, he said, continue with these services. And for the next 10 months, counting 3 meals a day, we had a range of 55 to 75,000 people every day. Thereafter, the relief work, the rehabilitation started. BAPS adopted villages and built more than 1,500 homes. And one Mr. T. Chino, who was the chairman of the Asian Development Bank, ADB, he visited the place with his team, and he was wanting to partner with the government of Gujarat in the Scheme A, where already the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha, the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha had already partnered, and we had started making up, that is, rehabilitating villages. So the government of Gujarat sent Mr. T. Chino to one of the villages, which was by the name Ukhadmora, where BAPS had totally reconstructed it, redeveloped it. Mr. T. Chino, when he entered the house, we saints were with him. The first thing he did was, the window was open, he banged the window 2-3 times, checking whether the window comes out or disintegrates from its hinges. It did not happen. He did the same with the door. While coming back, as he's getting out of the house, he, with his shoes, thrust 2-3 times with the edge of the step, checking whether it breaks or not. Then he looks at us and says, Swamiji, this is not a rehabilitation work. This is a level of precision that professionals expect. And let me tell you, this is a Japanese quality work. So when we render community services, it is not that, okay, because we are expected to do, because we have come up with an organization, we are part of an organization, because perhaps the society expects this from us, let's do it. Not let's do it. Let's do it so perfectly that the end beneficiary benefits a lot from it. This is the essence of community services that we learn from such noble souls, from such extraordinary personalities. In the relief kit, when Pramukh Swami Maharaj was told that we have kept a ration for about 4 people, counting them in one family, and this ration could be there for 7 days, 1 pair of cloth for 4 members of the family. Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, let us put hair oil bottle in the relief kit. The saint said, Swamiji, normally in a relief kit, there is never a hair oil bottle. Swamiji said, since last 3-4 days, people have not taken their bath. They would not be feeling fresh. So if they put oil in their hair and put a comb as well, so they comb their hair, they'll feel fresh. The saint said, okay. Then Pramukh Swami Maharaj said, put a nail cutter as well. Swamiji, nail cutter normally doesn't find a place in a relief kit. Swamiji said, let's put it because 4 or 5 days have passed and people would not have cut their nails. They must be feeling it ugly and not comfortable. The saint said, Swamiji, here, the rural people here, normally they don't use nail cutters. They use the natural nail cutters that they have. Swamiji insisted, so we put a nail cutter there. The saints knew that if the telephone call goes on for another 15 minutes, this relief kit would be doubled. Now see, one Mr. Shalom, who was the leader of the Israel disaster management team, which was a 167-member team of the Israel army, visited the earthquake zone of Buj. Mr. Shalom and a couple of members of that team, they were going around the whole city of Buj and meeting organizations who had come forward for community services. When they came to the BAPS Swaminarayan camp there in Buj, they were astonished, so very surprised that they could find people being served hot, fresh meals. Mr. Shalom was very surprised. What else do you do for the relief activities? And the saints showed him the relief kit. And he said, can I look into it? We said, fine. And he, one by one, brought out all the items from the relief kit. He could, to his surprise, find the nail cutter, find the comb, and find the hair oil bottle. And why this for? We said our Guruji Pramukh Swami Maharaj insisted on putting all these items into it with these reasons, and we told him the reasons. Mr. Shalom's first question was, from which university Pramukh Swami Maharaj has done his MBA? We said that he's just 5th standard pass. He was very surprised. Can I see his picture? We showed him the picture. And then he said that this kind of thoughts and emotions, to help people selflessly, understanding the needs of people. Let me tell you that we have had many brainstorming sessions back in Israel for this Israel disaster management team. And we have worked since last 15 years since this formation. In many countries, we did these operations. But for the first time, I'm coming across a person. Let me confess, we didn't get such ideas. And Pramukh Swami Maharaj got it because he's working. We are working from head, he is working from heart. So when we talk of community services, it should be from the heart, not just from the head. And lastly, as Swami Vivekananda used to say, the highest, the greatest, and the noblest contribution that a person can ever give to the society is a pure and spotless character of his. And creating such characters in this society is the greatest community services that people can ever render, a person can ever render. And Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj are doing this. You find little children here in the assembly, you find teenagers and youngsters. At BAPS, we have the children's forums, we have the teenage forums, we have the youngsters forums, and they regularly attend the weekly assemblies. All the sanskars that has been prescribed in the great Indian scriptures are being well taught by the saints to these people, to these children. So, we are creating better citizens of tomorrow, better human beings for the society, and thus trying to make this place a better world to live for everybody. So, we have this Bal Kishore Vai. In America, we call it the BKY, the Bal Kishore in the youth forums. But it is done very selflessly. And lastly, I would say, Pramukh Swami Maharaj had the habit of appreciating selfless services. And that has continued today in the presence of our Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj, that we have a wonderful session today where we are again glad and feel privileged that we have more than 60 community services organizations today at the doorstep of Swaminarayan Akshardham here in Robbinsville. We had seen Pramukh Swami Maharaj felicitating Dr. Doshi, who had done more than 3 lakh cataract operations free. We had seen Pramukh Swami Maharaj felicitating Ravi Shankar Maharaj on many occasions. So today, with that memory, with that same emotion, we feel so happy and privileged to welcome the trustees, the organizing committee, and the members of all the organizations that you are all here today. Thank you very much for coming, and our innermost prayers to Bhagwan Swaminarayan and our Guru Mahant Swami Maharaj, that may they give us a lot of strength, that we may use more and more of our resources for the betterment of the society. Thank you very much, and all my prayers for all of you.
Dear Bapa,
Dear Swami Bapa,
Dear Mahan Swami Maharaj,
Dear Swami Shri,
I am a 6th grader at Rosa International Middle School.
I'm a sophomore studying biology at Penn State.
I'm a cybersecurity specialist working in Washington, D.C.
I'm a mother of 2 boys, Kirtan and Kush.
I like asking questions all the time. I'm very curious about the world around me.
As the only Indian American in my high school, I always worried how my friends would perceive my culture.
The path to getting here was not easy, and sometimes I wondered if my faith and my service at Mandir would be limiting.
I often found it difficult to guide my children through their education journey and pass on our Hindu values.
Asking questions was fine in school, but it didn't really get me anywhere at home.
My parents and grandparents said that others would accept our cultural norms, but I had my doubts.
As Kirtan and Kush became older, I began to worry. I did not know how to best support them academically and emotionally.
I didn't understand why my family practiced our culture. Why did we sing Aarti every night? What should I be praying for and why? I didn't speak my family's native language very well either, which made understanding their explanations even harder.
I wanted to blend in, and my family wouldn't understand that. So I left my culture at home.
I wasn't sure if I was falling behind my peers, who were solely focused on their careers above all else. Would I be more content if I did that too?
What if I was missing something in supporting my kids?
One day, I finally understood why Mom would do rangoli around the house.
In high school, my family started going to the mandir. Initially, I was reluctant to join them, but one day, I just couldn't say no.
It turns out the opposite is true. My colleagues are impressed with my skill set, maturity, and resilience in the workplace, which were cultivated from years of involvement in Mandir's youth activities.
But things changed when we started attending weekly assemblies regularly.
At the kids' Diwali celebration, I learned about the origins and significance of Diwali.
During one of the summer conventions, the inspirational talks and entertaining performances helped me realize that my family's values are worth celebrating.
Because of Gujarati classes at Mandir, I could speak with my grandparents in their native language and understand my guru's lessons.
The youth leader training programs allowed me to develop a strength in public speaking. I was given personalized mentorship, which helped me navigate a transition into the workplace.
Parent awareness sessions taught me about concepts like mental health and introduced me to extracurricular activities for my kids.
Also, the weekly youth assemblies taught me about my Hindu heritage through interactive, creative, and fun ways. Also, this is where I got to meet my closest friends like Parth and Akshar. I hope we can be friends forever.
Youth assemblies have kept me connected to my faith and my lifelong friends.
Through activities like annual sports tournaments, I was able to develop a group of friends who made practicing our culture feel accepted.
Forums such as peer discussions provide an opportunity to talk about shared challenges with like-minded individuals. I always come away reminded of the fulfillment in life beyond work, like being a better son and brother and doing selfless service.
Service opportunities like walkathon and blood drives gave my kids confidence in communicating to others and taught them the value of compassion and giving back.
Even when I was away from home, BAPS campus hangouts gave me a community of young adults just like me.
And through various leadership conferences through the years, I've gained project management experience, found channels for creativity, and countless networking opportunities.
Before, I would hide my culture, but now I love introducing my friends to our rich cultural history during campus Diwali celebrations.
I realized that I'm not alone in guiding my kids. Mandir came with a support system for all aspects of their life. Even if they weren't comfortable coming to me, Mandir provided other mentors.
Thank you, Swami Bappa, for teaching me about my God and our culture.
Thank you, Swami, for fostering my faith in God, giving me a community and confidence in my identity.
Thank you, Swami Shri, for invigorating my spirituality and giving me guidance to live a rich and purpose-driven life.
Thank you, Swami, not only for helping my family build a connection with God, but also helping me raise two well-rounded children.
Culture and traditions. India is not just a place on the map. India is a country with a history thousands of years old. It has a culture and value system that is lived every day by over 1.4 billion people in the world. And wherever an Indian goes, he makes India grow. By learning about one's culture and traditions and living them in one's personal life, that person represents India wherever they are physically throughout the world. Many organizations throughout America support Indian culture and traditions by teaching and engaging thousands of people across the country. There are organizations that hold festivals. There are organizations that encourage rituals. And there are organizations that promote our customs and practices. Each of these organizations supports every Indian across the world by keeping the Indian legacy alive in this faraway land. We are grateful to each and every organization that supports culture and traditions.
Today in our assembly, we have several organizations that are doing fantastic work and service in our community to preserve our culture and traditions, and we would like to take some time to recognize them and their leaders today. Unfortunately, due to inclement weather, few of these leaders couldn't make it, but we still would love to recognize them for the great community service. First, we have Mr. Anurag Kumar, President of the Bihar Jharkhand Association of North America, otherwise known as BJANA. The primary mission of Bihar Jharkhand Association is to carry out, promote, and coordinate philanthropic, educational, and voluntary activities through a strong community organization, celebration of cultural festivals, and the promotion of Indian culture amongst younger generations. We'd now like to recognize Mr. Bhavatosh Bharadwaj from the Brahmin Samaj of North America. The Brahmin Samaj of North America works to help Brahmins come together and seek cultural and social identity, and they are the largest organization of this type in America. In our assembly today, we also have present Mr. Rajaram Srinivasan from the Federation of Tamil Association of North America. They are a non-profit organization that fosters the advancement of Tamil language, literature, traditions, and culture within North America. Their members promote better understanding and foster friendship amongst other various Tamil associations. We would also like to welcome to our assembly Mr. Shirish Thakkar, a member of the Friends of India Society. The Friends of India Society is a non-profit organization that was established to serve the Indian American community through various cultural events. The members provide special attention towards nurturing the youth and making them responsible citizens and effective leaders for the future. Also present with us today, we have Mr. Ramesh Gupta, a board of trustee at the India Temple Association. The India Temple Association is a nonprofit organization that provides a platform for religious and cultural activities through which the Hindu religion, philosophy continue to flourish. The members maintain a place of worship and centers for cultural activities. We'd now like to recognize Mr. Bhavin Patel, Vice Chairman of IACOS, the Indo-American Community of Scranton. This is a nonprofit organization that helps to sustain Indian culture in the United States and works to increase diversity in the workplace, celebrate festivals, and caters to the need of Indian living in the Scranton area. In our women's wing, joining our assembly today is also Mrs. Purnima Shah, the president of the India Association of Central Connecticut. This is a nonprofit organization that promotes Indian tradition, arts, and culture. The members continuously strive to create opportunities for unifying Indian community through events such as India Day Parade and the Diwali Show. Also present with us today is Mr. Naresh Talati, the president of the Indian Cultural Center of South Jersey. The Indian Cultural Center provides the environment and facilities to promote, develop, educate, and safeguard Indian social values and traditional heritage. Since the ICC was formed, the organization has provided a platform for our heritage to thrive within the Delaware Valley area. We would also like to welcome Mr. Pradeep Peter Kothari, the president of the Indo-American Cultural Society of USA. The Indo-American Cultural Society of USA was established in 1990 with the intention of supporting Indian culture through festival celebrations such as Diwali, Garba, and etc. The members also strive to unify community by hosting events such as picnics and Mother Day celebrations. We'd now like to recognize Mr. Rajender Rati, the Vice President of the Jut Association of America. The Jut Association of America has been a necessary platform for bringing the Jut community together through many cultural events such as picnics, Diwali celebrations, and other traditional events. Also present with us today is Mr. Harish Dave, the founder of the Jai Mahadev Brahmin Org. The Jai Mahadev Brahmin organization was established to revive cultural values of the Brahmin community, and in the last few years, they've arranged for community members to gather for religious events such as Mahashivratri Abhishek Pujan and the Rushi Tarpan ceremony. In our women's wing, joining our assembly today is Mrs. Shalaka Savant, who is on the board of directors for the Marathi Vishwa. The Marathi Vishwa is a non-profit cultural, educational, and service organization that works to unite and organize the Marathi-speaking community in North America. Over 4 decades, the organization has grown to unite thousands of families in order to successfully achieve their goal of preserving its traditions. It is my pleasure to recognize Mr. Suresh Sharma, the chairman of Milan Cultural Association, which is a nonprofit organization with the primary goal of fostering constructive partnership and interactive relationships with local communities, institutions, policymakers, and academics. It is now my honor to welcome Mr. Siddhartha Das, a member of OSA, the Odisha Society of America. The vision of the Odisha Society of America is to promote and propagate Odia culture by bringing together all the people interested in Odisha. The organization has become a center for nurturing and promoting their specific culture and traditions. I'd now like to recognize Mr. Pradeep Sengar, the president of the Rajput Association of North America, otherwise known as RANA. RANA is a nonprofit organization catered towards providing a common platform for the Rajput communities to preserve their culture, traditions, and values. The organization also focuses on youth by providing networks for them to connect to and scholarships for their education. It is my pleasure to welcome to our assembly Mr. Hiren Patel, the vice chairman of the Saurashtra Patidar Cultural Samaj, otherwise known as SPCS. SPCS was founded in 1980 to help preserve the Indian culture and heritage amongst the Leva Patel community, and also to promote educational and philanthropic activities, help nonprofit and educational institutions in the United States and India, all for the betterment of education and the disadvantaged folks. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dinesh Jane from the Shiv Shakti Center. The Shiv Shakti Center welcomes everyone to learn about Hinduism and its profound philosophy. Over the last 20 years, the center has served to be a place for a younger generation to learn and understand our Hindu culture and traditions. It is my honor to recognize Mr. Radhakrishna Nalamala, who is the Executive Vice President of the Telugu Association of North America, otherwise known as TANA. TANA was established to support social, cultural, and educational needs in the North American Telugu community, and the members strive to perpetuate, integrate, and assimilate the cultural heritage of the Telugu-speaking people into the mainstream of North America. It is now my pleasure to recognize Mr. Kamlesh Shah, the Board of Director and immediate past chairman of the United Hindu and Jain Temples Association. The Association of United Hindu and Jain Temples is a nonprofit organization that represents 14 temples in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. For over 25 years, this organization has created opportunities for unifying Hindu and Jain communities through events that allow devotees to experience spirituality. I'm now delighted to welcome Mr. Srinath Bedi, the Vice President of UPAGP, the UP Association of Greater Philadelphia, which is a community-based nonprofit organization and works to maintain traditions through language, charity, and other culture-based platforms. Join me in welcoming Mr. Prakash Srivastava, the President of the Uttar Pradesh North America Association, which is a nonprofit organization in Atlanta, Georgia. Their mission is to preserve and maintain the cultural heritage of people from the Uttar Pradesh and North India region. They also provide opportunities for people from Uttar Pradesh to share their cultural experiences. I'm now honored to recognize Mr. Mahindra Jane, the President of Vivekanand Vidyapit. The Vivekanand Vidyapit is dedicated to the development of life and character of individuals. The Vidyapit's all-around educative process is based on ancient Eastern spiritual wisdom and modern teaching methods, and also gives opportunities for the people to enhance their skills and talents. Let us give one more big round of applause for the work these organizations are doing to preserve culture and traditions in the Indian community.
Service and charity. As the saying goes, may service be our life. Many Indian organizations throughout America serve the community and country they live in. Giving charity is often characterized by financial support. Yes, there are many organizations that have helped thousands of local Americans financially as well. That is no small achievement. To donate one's hard-earned money is a sign of respect, care, and love towards one's fellow citizen. Beyond just financial support, many organizations engage people to donate their time and give back to society at various levels. Many organizations provide service and charity during times of need. Many organizations provide service and charity by engaging people in their fields of expertise. Many organizations provide service and charity by helping their fellow citizens in their daily lives. It is each person's responsibility to be a contributing member of society. However, these organizations go above and beyond normal responsibility to offer even more. We are grateful to each and every organization that supports service and charity.
It is our distinct honor to welcome those organizations that have focused on seva and charity. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome Mr. Rishabh Sharma, who is the development coordinator for the East Coast of Akshay Patra. Akshay Patra is a non-profit organization that has dedicated 22 years towards feeding nutritious meals towards school children and studying in the government and government-aided facilities. Currently, they serve over 2 million children studying in over 23,000 centers. I'd like to welcome Mr. Nimish Sukhia, who is the president of Lad Vanik Samaj of North America. Lad Vanik Samaj works to raise and maintain social, cultural, and religious heritage. They serve senior citizens and work to instill values on youth. They provide scholarships for students in various fields of undergraduate and postgraduate studies. I'd like to welcome Mr. Raj Chintapalli, who is the chapter director of Cherry Hill for North-South Foundation. The North-South Foundation, founded in the US in 1989, provides educational access to the talented and economically disadvantaged students. With over 20,000 scholarships distributed primarily in India, the organization conducts academic competitions and programs focused on STEM and English language arts. In addition to education, they also emphasize universal values and the character development through programs like Young Changemakers. I'd like to welcome Syam Kosiji, who is the Vice President of Seva International USA. Seva International USA is a Hindu faith-based humanitarian organization that serves with compassion to create a positive impact. The organization's primary focus is towards disaster relief and rehabilitation. In addition, the members also run development programs in numerous fields, including family services, child, tribal, and refugee welfare. It is our great honor to welcome Mr. Somil Parikh, who is the president of Share and Care. Share and Care's mission is to transform the lives of marginalized children, women, and families living in poverty in remote rural India. They promote low-cost, high-return programs to help their growth. It is our great honor to welcome Dal Agarwal, who is volunteering at the Trenton Area Soup and Kitchen. Trenton Area Soup and Kitchen has provided meals for the past 40 years. During the COVID-19 pandemic, instead of shutting down, they doubled their meal service programs, and today they serve 9,000 meals per week at 36 locations and offer a wide variety of programs and other social services. Let's give it up for our community members who service Seva and charity.
And education. The greatest inheritance we can give our next generation is to give them the knowledge of our home, culture, and religion. For that, many organizations throughout America go to great lengths to prepare adept teachers and to also educate Indian students. Some organizations provide scholarships to support vernacular education while also promoting spiritual education. There are organizations teaching language. There are organizations teaching our rich history. There are organizations teaching our values, traditions, and scriptures. While all of these are intertwined, students benefit from any and every aspect of learning about their motherland. Some organizations also use their energy to prepare teachers to better support students throughout the nation. In the end, this continued transmission of knowledge, history, culture, and values from one generation to the next makes us confident that we will always have proud Indians throughout the country. We are grateful to each and every organization that supports teaching and education.
Please join me in welcoming the president of EduContest, Mr. Nilkant Shukla. EduContest is a volunteer-driven nonprofit organization based in New Jersey with a goal to serve deserving students. The volunteers provide a range of opportunities for the students, both academic and non-academic, through competitions, coaching, and other events. In our women's wing, joining our assembly today is also Mrs. Dolly Chatterjee, the president of the Hindi Bhasha Sansthan, an organization that promotes the importance of Hindi language as a core part of India's rich tradition and culture. Join me now in welcoming Mr. Rajiv Srivastava from Hindi USA. Hindi USA is a nonprofit organization aiming to teach Hindi language at all levels. And in the past 20 years, Hindi USA has educated more than 500 graduates. Joining our assembly today on our women's wing is the treasurer of the Plymouth Bal Vihar. Plymouth Bal Vihar is a nonprofit organization serving Indian children since 1987. And we have Pravina Godasara from the Bal Vihar joining our assembly. Bal Vihar offers many programs and events where children learn essential cultural knowledge such as learning Gujarati, Hindi, and the Marathi language, and also participating in festivals. It is my pleasure to recognize Mr. Alay Patel, the chairman of the Sardar Patel University Alumni of the United States, which is a nonprofit organization that only connects the alumni across North America, but also supports education by providing scholarship and financial aid. They continue to provide valuable support to academic initiatives throughout Gujarat. I am now honored to welcome Mr. Bharat Mehta, the past president and current trustee of the Charotarya Leva Patidar Seva Samaj, otherwise known as CLPSS, which works to unify the Charotari community across the region. And over the years, the Samaj holds wonderful events such as national conventions, youth conferences, and Diwali get-togethers. The members of the Samaj continue to teach their lessons of harmony to the next generation through various activities as well. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Rajiv Malhotra, the founder and president of the Infinity Foundation. The Infinity Foundation is a nonprofit organization with a focus in research and education. They study science and technology through a unique lens of dharma. And they have also given more than 400 grants of research to education and community work. Wing, we are joined by Ms. Mamta Patel, an advisory board member from VIBA. The VIBA organization develops to help children reach their full potential and contribute to society as a whole, and has impacted the lives of nearly 2 million students and thousands of different teachers. So let us all thank these organizations one more time for their contributions to the education and teaching community.
The scriptures say that within this age, our strength lies in unity. Organizations throughout America have worked to keep Indian communities united and harmonious. Community organizations, groups that represent locals, and even special organizations representing entire regions of India regularly hold gatherings, create sub-communities, and support each other in times of need. These organizations are strengthening the intricate Indian tapestry throughout America. Wherever any Indian goes, they never feel alone. They have a connection to people with the same values and beliefs. Living together is not unity. Being one in mind and in spirit is unity. That level of seamless harmony is created by countless organizations like these throughout the nation. We are grateful to each and every organization that supports unity and harmony.
Please join me in welcoming those organizations that support unity and harmony. First, I'd like to welcome Jiva Bai Patel, who is a member of Panch Gam Leva Patidar Samaj. The Samaj continuously strives to unify Leva Patel communities in North America. The members especially prioritize developing harmony within the community in order for the youth to stay in touch with their culture. Next, I'd like to welcome Mr. Harshad Patel. Unfortunately, Harshad Bhai wasn't able to attend due to a previous vacation that was planned, but he is from the Chaugam Patidar Samaj, and the Chaugam Patidar Samaj continuously strives to unify Leva Patel communities in North America. The members prioritize developing harmony within the community in order for the youth to also stay in touch with the society. Please join me in welcoming in our women's wing, Ms. Smita Raj, who is the steering committee member of the Coalition of Hindus of North America. Co-HNA is a grassroots advocacy group representing the Hindu community in North America. The organization strives towards building a movement to empower Hindus whereby they can become meaningful contributors and active participants in their local communities on a wide range of issues. The members also partner with various Hindu and non-Hindu organizations toward a vibrant society of today and tomorrow, one that can stand upon the pillars of mutual respect, pluralism, and sustainability. I'd like to welcome Mr. Anand Sharma, who is the treasurer of FIA New England. FIA New England was established to provide a framework for the community to stay active through a lot of volunteering and cultural events. Please, Bharat Rana. Who is the president of FISANA, the Federation of Indian American Seniors Association of North America, which is a nonprofit organization established with an aim to serve Indo-American seniors in the tri-state area. The core purpose of the association is to develop a united, coordinated, and integrated approach to common needs and goals of seniors residing in the region. Please join me in welcoming Vijay Choksi, who is the chairman of the Ganvi Seva Samaj. The Ganvi Seva Samaj is a charity organization that continually supports unity and harmony of the Ganvi and Lad community. These members also support education and related initiatives as well. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sid Jain, who is a board member of the Global Organization of the People of Indian Origin. The GOPIO of Manhattan is a nonprofit organization that promotes awareness of Indian culture, customs, and contributions of PIOs. The organization hosts seminars, symposiums, and subjects interests of the Indian diaspora community. During the COVID pandemic period, the GOPIO chapters have been making financial contributions and replenishing food items at the food pantries serving the needy. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Anjana Bordolai, who is the Commissioner of the Governor's Commission on South Asian American Affairs. The Governor's Office of Community Initiatives unites Maryland communities through ethnic and cultural commissions. One of these commissions is the Governor's Commission on South Asian American Affairs, which presents an integral avenue for South Asian community and to communicate with the Governor's office. In addition, the representatives of the commission consistently host regular events to strengthen harmony. Please join me in welcoming Prem Rangwani, who is the president of Mid-Atlantic Region, the Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh. The Hindu Swayam Sevak Sangh is a non-profit organization with the purpose of promoting harmony in the world through the ideals and values of Hindu Dharma. The HHS also continues to foster a sense of unity and harmony through the number of Dharma-centric educational projects that benefit children, youth, and adults. The members of HHS also upheld the ideals of civic duty, responsibility, and volunteerism. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Tushar Patel, who is the president of Indo-American Cultural Foundation of Central Jersey. Over the last 20 years, the Indo-American Cultural Foundation of Central Jersey has organized many unity-centric community events such as Navratri Garba, summer picnics, Indians Independence Day, Diwali dinner, and other cultural programs. These events have truly provided opportunities to younger generation to be able to connect with them and their rich South Asian heritage. Please join me in our women's wing to welcome Dr. Archana Kokaru. She's the president of Kashmiri Overseas Association, Inc. The Kashmiri Overseas Association, Inc. was established to promote Kashmir Pandit ethnic and socio-cultural heritage. The organization continuously celebrates religious festivals of importance to Kashmir Pandits. The members lead programs that also include providing financial assistance to the needy and deserving individuals, institutions, and shrines. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Praveen Patel, who is the president of Kosindar Navgam Patidar Samaj, which was established to support community members originally from the Kosindra area. Over the last 2 decades, this organization continues to host a number of unity-bolstering events, such as Diwali Milan, picnics, and get-togethers. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dhaval Chitalia, who is the vice president of Lohana Samaj. This Samaj continuously strives to unify Lohana families in the tri-state area and beyond. The members host community events such as summer picnics and get-togethers for families to maintain harmony and build relationships. The next 3 members are from the National Council of Asian Indian Association. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Dhruv Patel, who is a member, the chairman, Mr. Sunil Singh, and the president, Mr. Yogendra Gupta. The National Council of Asian Indian Association cater to the diverse needs of our community with inclusiveness. In March 2020, the organization started providing support to vulnerable areas during the coronavirus pandemic. The NCAIA continues to promote unity and harmony by motivating the Asian Indian community to actively contribute towards America's progress. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Amit Patel, who is the president of Patidar Samaj, a nonprofit organization that is to build a framework of the Patidar community to strengthen unity and build a lasting relationship with other Indian cultural groups, ethnic groups, and the American community. The core vision of the Samaj is to emphasize Gujarati culture and Patidar heritage by hosting programs, seminars, cultural events, and ethnic celebrations. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ashwin Patel, who is the chairman of the Page Union of USA. This union was established to serve the Page community. The members host events such as summer picnics, Diwali get-togethers every year to strengthen unity within the community. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Nikhil Patel, who is a member of the Sochidat Samaj. The Sojitra Samaj continues to host annual events such as picnics with the goal of providing a forum for members to stay connected to their cultural roots. Please join me in welcoming Mr. K.D. Patel, a trustee of South Jersey Indian Association. The South Jersey Indian Association is a committed, dedicated nonprofit organization in Mid-Atlantic area specializing in Indian diaspora and Indian cultural affairs. This organization has hosted India Day Parade with a primary intention of unifying all Indian cultures within New Jersey community. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Kamlesh Patel, who is a volunteer at the Tri-State Nair Natives of North America, which was established to serve community natives of Nar. The members of host events such as summer picnics and Diwali get-togethers every year to again strengthen unity amongst the group. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Anil Patel, the president of Vaso Samaj. The Samaj continues to strengthen the community by coordinating events with the intention of providing a forum for members to stay united and resourceful with each another, which is a common quality seen amongst members of the Samaj. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Gautam Gandhi, who is the Vice President of Virginia State Board and Wells Fargo. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Arun Joshi, who is the Secretary of the New Jersey chapter of the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America. Since 1970, the Vishwa Hindu Parishad of America has initiated hundreds of projects with common objective of building a vibrant Hindu society inspired by the eternal values of Dharma and the lofty ideal of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, meaning the entire world is one family. The VHP promotes unity and mutually respectful coexistence, which are some of its main values. Last but not least, please join me in welcoming Mr. Nimish Patel, the president of Sattargam Samaj. This Samaj continuously strives to unify Leva Patel communities in North America. The members especially prioritize developing harmony within the community, order for the youth to stay in touch with their culture. Let's join hands together to welcome all of these groups that focus on unity and harmony.
One of the greatest benefits throughout the Festival of Inspirations is the presence of our senior Swamis, Sadguru Santo. Today we're very fortunate to welcome into our assembly Puja Ghansham Charan Swami. For the past 60 years, Ghansham Charan Swami has faithfully served both Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj. His pure soul allows the light of our Guru and God to shine through him, and his presence here today and throughout the festival is a blessing for all of us. I'd like to request Puja Yagnavallabh Swami to felicitate, welcome, and honor Puja Ghansham Charan Swami on behalf of all the North America Satsangis and Swamis. Once again, thank you to all the organizations that are working so hard to preserve our culture, values, and traditions. Today, as we move forward in the program, we want to take a few minutes to allow a few select organizations to describe what type of activities they do. These organizations are not unique in any other way except for the fact that they come here to provide all of us some more knowledge so that we can all work together better. First, let's all warmly welcome Mr. Anurag Kumar, the president of the Bihar-Jharkhand Association of North America. With 8 years of his dedicated service to the organization, as the group's treasurer, he's been pivotal to the cultural events, charitable activities, and fostering community relations. Mr. Anurag Kumar.
थैंक यू। नमस्ते सभी लोगों को। आज ये जितने दिन में से यूएस में पूरे लाइफ टाइम में पहली बार ऐसा मौका मिला है कि सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन एक साथ एक छत के नीचे बैठे हुए हैं। तो बहुत बहुत बिग थैंक यू टू बाप्स टेम्पल। थैंक यू। जस्ट थोड़ा सा बजाना के बारे में बोल देते हैं। बजाना इज ए 47-year-old organization. It's called Bihar Jharkhand Association of North America, and we really help connect all the people who is coming from the Bihar and Jharkhand. And to connect all the people, we do different activities like Holi, Diwali, Chhat, picnic. And Chhat is one of our mega event which happens in November, and we celebrate next to the lake. and all the Bharti do the puja in the evening and morning. You may have seen in the different places in Bihar. So whoever is interested, they are welcome to join us during the upcoming on November 19th for our Chhat Puja. ये सारे कल्चर एक्टिविटी के अलावा जो है हम लोग कोशिश करते हैं कि जो भी यहाँ पे यूएस में आए हुए हैं उनको किसी ढंग से भी कभी भी कोई ज़रूरत है, न जस्ट बिहार एंड झारखंड लोगों से, लेकिन हमारे फ्रेंड्स एंड फैमिली, डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जितने भी हैं, सबको जितना भी हेल्प कर सकें, दैट्स व्हाट वी ट्राई आवर बेस्ट. और जैसा बिगनिंग में स्वामी जी बोल रहे थे कि जो वॉलंटियरशिप है, हम लोग सारे लोग अपने लाइफ में बिजी रहते हैं, जॉब करते हैं, बच्चे को लाना ले जाना, बहुत सारे काम रहते हैं, बट वी नीड टू फाइंड फ्यू आवर्स इन ए वीक जहाँ पे कुछ तो कम्युनिटी के लिए कर सकें, एंड दैट्स द माइंडसेट वी ऑल वर्क विथ. एंड अभी यहाँ बाप्स में आने के बाद यहाँ जो वॉलंटियरशिप जो लोग करते हैं इस रियली रियली इंस्पायरिंग. यू मे हैव सीन फ्रॉम द फ्रंट गेट द काइंड ऑफ वॉलंटियरिंग एंड उनके डीएनए में ऐसा बैप्स ने कर दिया कि दिस इज रियली रियली इंस्पायरिंग फॉर ऑल ऑफ अस. सो थैंक यू. एंड आई वांटेड टू end with 4 key things. One is BAPS has really created a milestone in the US, in New Jersey, in our hometown, जहाँ पे पूरे वर्ल्ड से जो भी लोग आते हैं, they say, I wanted to go the Akshardham. So thank you. And the second item I wanted to say is quickly is we all need to learn from the BAPS how they really helps the volunteer and whatever the kind of dedication they have. So again, we all organization needs to work on it, and that's where I wanted to end. So thank you, BAPS, for giving us all the organization to work together, collaborate together. So thank you again.
Now I would like to request Shyam Kosiji, the Vice President of Seva International. Mr. Kosiji plays a pivotal role in the progress of Seva International all across the world. As an IT manager in the financial sector, he's an excellent leader, and he has led the organization to great progress. Mr. Shyam Kosiji.
नमस्ते नमस्ते संत महाराज जी, आपको मेरा पादाभिवंदन है. संत परंपरा, आप सबको मेरा पादाभिवंदन. Dear friends, brothers and sisters, it is a great opportunity for me here coming and talking about Seva International, sharing some small work done by our organization. When Sant Swami, however, I need to protect Sabha Maryada. BAPS invited me, so I will take this opportunity and share Seva International's small work here. Seva International is a Hindu faith-based organization started in 2003 in Atlanta in a small basement, like a small startup company. 2023 is 20 years past. Seva International expanded all over US in 22 states, and currently we have 43 chapters. 5,000 dedicated volunteers are working day and night. There are some flagship programs are there I want to share with you, and I want to share my experience working with my partner organizations here. Seva believes in Seva's ecosystem. Sure, we are working for Seva International, through Seva International some activity. But it is not possible for Seva to achieve these great heights without help of my partner organizations. That is what we have learnt. As a Hindu faith-based organization, we believe in Nar Seva, Narayan Seva. Serving humanity is serving divinity. We strongly believe Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. During COVID, there are 2 waves. During COVID first wave, we have requested Sant Maharaj Ji from BAPS and we requested his blessings. Gracefully, he has sent one video and he has blessed us, and entire BAPS was behind Seva International during first COVID wave. And that gave us moral boost. Unfortunately, we went through COVID too. Entire world was suffering. Seva International, thousands of Karyakartas, they were on ground and they were worked with almost all 150 partner organizations, and they have served in our local communities, not only in US, but also in Bharat. During COVID, we have raised $50 million. That was possible because of all your support. We have collected 9,650 oxygen concentrators and distributed in Bharat, thanks to Modi ji's government. Around 60 partner organizations in Bharat also helped us in distributing in all 28 states. During COVID, our volunteers have worked with FEMA in vaccination drive. Our dear President, Joe Biden, has recognized Seva International work, and he has sent a thank you note to Seva International. As I mentioned, this organization cannot survive without Seva's ecosystem. I really congratulate and also thank all my partner organizations today here, giving our Seva International unconditional support during COVID. And also, I expect BAPS and all other organizations going forward, please provide me your support to Seva International so that our slogan is serve together, work together. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I don't want to take big time here. Sant Maharaj Ji and all great people are here. I am totally blessed. Dhanyavad.
I would now like to welcome Mr. Rajiv Srivastav. Mr. Rajiv Srivastav is a dedicated volunteer at Hindi USA. He runs one of the 27 Hindi schools throughout the nation. Mr. Rajiv Srivastav.
नमस्कार, जय स्वामीनारायण। आप सभी को बहुत बहुत अभिवादन हिंदी यूएसए की तरफ से। I'm very inspired today in the Festival of Inspiration to see the volunteership here. And every day I'm inspired by several volunteers in Hindi USA, all the teachers, students, and every single one. So thank you for inviting Hindi USA in Festival of Inspiration. थोड़ा मैं हिंदी यूएसए के बारे में आपको बताना चाहता हूँ। ये जो ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है, एडिसन के एक गराज में 2 बच्चों से शुरू हुआ 2001 में, और आज throughout the United States, more than 4,000 students are learning Hindi. Right from the Seattle to the Florida to the Boston, are teachers teaching Hindi across the United States. हमारे अभी 27 स्कूल थ्रू द यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स हैं, जिनमें से 26 स्कूल इन पर्सन मोड में हैं और 1 स्कूल ऑनलाइन मोड में है। तो हमने हिंदी को हर एक सिटी में पहुंचा दिया है। जो भी बच्चे हिंदी लर्न करना चाहें, कहीं से भी यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स के अंदर हिंदी लर्न कर सकते हैं। हमारा जो करिकुलम है वो यूएसए के बच्चों के लिए तैयार किया गया है, और वो यही, और जो करिकुलम भी बनाया है वो यहीं के बच्चों के लिए है। तो हिंदी यूएसए इस क्षेत्र में कार्य कर रहा है, और मैं बहुत बहुत हिंदी यूएसए की तरफ से अक्षरधाम का धन्यवाद करना चाहता हूँ, क्योंकि उन्होंने जो आज इस इतनी कम्युनिटी सर्विस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को इस मंच पे बुलाया, वो काबिल तारीफ़ है। इन इंग्लिश देयर इज़ अ कोट, व्हेन यू ब्रिंगिंग community services is a beginning, and living with the community is just a progress, and working with all community organization is a success. So this is a success basically. We are all here to telling about our organization. So thank you very much. Hindi USA has always stood behind all the initiative related to India and Hindu heritage. Thank you thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
I would now like to request Mr. Somilbhai Parikh, the president of the Share and Care International Foundation. His commitment to humanitarian causes is seen through the foundation's vital work in India and the United States. Thank you, Mr. Parikh, for attending today's assembly. We now request for you to address the assembly.
Thank you for the great honor. On behalf of Share and Care Foundation, I, along with our past president, Sharda Shah, would like to extend our congratulations on the opening of Akshardham in New Jersey. This is a place of breathtaking beauty and peace. Both of our organizations are on a joint path of service. Together, we have a long-standing relationship. We've worked together on calamities such as the Gujarat earthquake, as well as the Nepal earthquake, as well as the devastation of the tsunami. Share and Care Foundation has distributed over $80 million in aid over the last 40 years across rural India in every single state. My late father, Rajshekhar Parikh, with few others, started Share and Care over dinner and a passion for service. We started with just collecting clothes and sending them to India. And now, with the help of so many with similar values, we have grown. In the spirit of service, we have started a Kids for Kids chapter. As all of you have learned the value of service, Share and Care Kids for Kids seeks to impart these same values to our children. Our high school children volunteers have an independent board and budget for the education of children in India. Their mission is to educate 500,000 children across rural India. I recognize that as a parent, our children need us to create a bridge to our motherland, India. We at Share and Care think the best way is to create a bridge of service, of seva. So finally, when I hear someone say the word impossible, I only hear the word possible. With service, we create these possibilities for others.
I would now like to request Dr. Mahendrabhai Jani, a co-founder and president of the Swami Vivekanand Vidyapith, an institution dedicated to providing an education curriculum from grades kindergarten to grade 12, to come and address the assembly. Dr. Jani.
Pujya and dear Mahan Swamiji Maharaj, all other BAPS Swamis and organizers and friends, good evening, namaste, and Jai Swaminarayan. I'm extremely happy and honored to be able to join this historical inaugural celebration of Akshardham and all the related functions. The dedication of the unselfish service and BAPS Swamis and the volunteers are amazing. My salutation to all of them and hearty congratulations to their monumental work. I'll just share in a couple of minutes a few things that I was asked to talk about. One, this is the importance of character-building education given to the youngsters. So one is passing to the next generation. In 70s when we came, those like parents like us who had a good background of our Indian heritage and spirituality, but our children had no opportunity, including our son. So my wife, Dr. Vandana Jani, and I decided to give every weekend to give this education to the youngsters from kindergarten to 12th grade. And we started with 7 students, and now we have like about 430 attending Saturday, Sunday classes. The benefits, I can tell what we teach. We teach all stories from Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, and Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, how to sing dhun, bhajans, hymns, and Vedanta philosophy, and many other things. So we found out, Sri Ramakrishna Dev said that moral and spiritual development is one, and all other achievements like academics, music, art, name, fame, whatever we see, they are like zero. So if you have one and add zero, the number becomes big. But if you don't have a one, the moral spiritual development, then all other things fall apart when crises come in life. And so this passing on, character building education is so important. There are a couple of few things I'll just share with you, that what we found, that our alumni, first thing they learn is definitely they know the difference between right and wrong. So right, which is helpful, the wrong, harmful. And then wherever they go, they make the right decision and they live their life happily. Another thing we found out, that in crisis, the moral and spiritual development help to face the crisis, and don't let us be down and depressed and become hopeless. So that is another advantage. Another one we found is self-pride. Our students, they go to their school and colleges, and if unintentionally the teachers have taught the wrong things, they stand up and tell that these are the right things, and they accept it. So one of our alumnus, they found with the president's permission, he introduced Vedic prayer in the college graduation, and the professors were very happy. So there are many, many advantages of this character building education given to the children, and it's like a win-win situation. So I again thank you and honor to be part of this big celebration and inviting me to share my thoughts. Thank you. Namaste. Jai Swaminarayan.
I would now like to request Mr. Shrikant Datta, a respected member of the Sri Ganapati Satchidanand Gita Foundation. After completing his 2-year Brahmachari Vedant course, he has dedicated the rest of his life to spreading the wisdom of the Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, and the other Vedant texts. I would now like to request Mr. Datta to address the assembly.
Jai Swaminarayan. My humble pranams at the lotus feet of Pramukh Swami Maharaj, Mahant Swami Maharaj. I would like to congratulate each of you, the devotees of Swaminarayan Samsthan and also the local devotees, for such a wonderful inauguration of Akshardham. Pramukh Swamiji Maharaj has envisioned this in North America, and we are really blessed that it's happening here in New Jersey. We're all going to witness it in the next few days. Hearty congratulations to each of you. And Lord Krishna says, Yadyad vibhuti matsattvam shrimad urjitam evava tatta devava gachatvam mama tejomsha sambhavam. Whatever that you see which is powerful, magnificent, understand that to be a splendor of mine. My friends, what we are witnessing is the glory of our Sanatana Dharma, is the glory of that Lord and the powerful vision of Pramukh Swami Maharaj in the form of Akshardham Mandir. We are really proud to have that in our community. My name is Shrikant Datta. I'm a disciple of Sadguru Parama Pujya Sri Ganapati Satchidananda Swamiji. I'm here invited to present the vision of Sadguru Pujya Sri Swamiji to all of you. Swamiji travels extensively across the globe, and in one such visit to Karisiddhi Hanuman Temple, Frisco, Dallas, he has envisioned that at least 18 children should memorize Bhagavad Gita in a span of 10 months. 18 children to memorize here in US. We had never heard about it. There was no reference point. But we all believed when a Sadguru makes a sankalpa, it shall happen. We held on to that. And then Swamiji's devotees have come forward. They said that a Mahatma made a sankalpa. We would like to place our children in the program. My friends, I'm very humbled to share with you by end of that 1 year. This happened in 2015, back in 2015. And end of the 1 year, we had 43 students who have memorized Bhagavad Gita. That's the starting of this Mahayagna program envisioned by Pujya Shri Swamiji. And 8 years, this is the 9th batch we are in. In the past 8 batches, we have produced 7,000 students who have studied Bhagavad Gita. 4,000 have memorized Bhagavad Gita. A text that we all Hindus must be proud of. 3,000 have trained to study fluent reading. And Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all Vedas and the Upanishads put together. Sarva Vedartha Sara Sangraha Bhutam. Gita blesses us with success. Gita blesses us with a purpose in our lives. Gita blesses us doing things objectively. Gita blesses us to be at peace and have a bigger picture of life. Swamiji's vision is to pass on this knowledge to the generations to come. There are so many Vidwans in BAPS organization. Swami Bhadresh Das Ji has written a wonderful commentary on Prasthana Trayi. So I strongly encourage each of you to study Bhagavad Gita, and also please check out sgsgitafoundation.org. You have a lot of details about this wonderful program. I once again thank all the organizers for conducting and inviting all of us here and giving us an opportunity to see the splendor, the magnificence of the vision of Pramukh Swami Maharaj in the form of Akshardham. I feel very blessed to be here and feel so inspired to see these thousands of volunteers who have built this wonderful temple. And for generations to come, we would take this as a valuable treasure for the generations, that this was a temple that was built by volunteers. Thank you so much. Jai Swami.
In addition to these community organizations, we have several distinguished guests that have taken their time to join our assembly. Please join me in welcoming Assemblyman Steve Stern, a dedicated representative of New York's 10th Assembly District. I'd like to request Puja Anand Swarup Swami to honor him with a garland of flowers and a memento. Throughout his career, Assemblyman Stern has championed critical legislation from environmental protection to veterans' rights and public safety. His pioneering initiatives have addressed homelessness and child safety, earning him recognition in government and community service. Thank you, Assemblyman Stern, for joining our festivities today. It is now a privilege to welcome Mr. Leonard Goose, the global brand head of Hilton Hotels and Resorts. I'd like to request Puja Anand Swarup Swami to honor him with a garland of flowers and a memento. With a distinguished career at Hilton, including leadership of Home 2 Suites, Leonard has driven global brand strategy and exceptional guest experiences. He also brings expertise from roles at Ernst & Young and Gallup Consulting, guiding Fortune 500 organizations. In our audience, we have Mr. Mehul Patel, CEO and Managing Partner at New Crest Image and prominent figure in the hospitality industry. I'd like to request Puja Yagnavallabh Swami to honor him with a garland of flowers and a memento. Mr. Patel's significant contributions to AHOA as a former chairman underscore his leadership prowess. A true luminary in the hospitality and business world, Mr. Patel, we appreciate your presence at our festivities. I'd now like to welcome Mr. Brian Castle, a trustee for the Boy Scouts of America National Foundation and the CEO, founder, and owner of 4-Star Wealth Advisors, LLC. I'd like to request Puja Yagnavallabh Swami to honor him with a garland of flowers and a memento. His various leadership roles showcase his commitment to both financial advisory and community service. We are delighted, Mr. Castle, that you joined us this evening. We are now honored to have with us today Mr. Sharad Shah, the founder and trustee of the Share and Care Foundation. I'd like to request Puja Yagna Vallabh Swami to honor him with a garland of flowers and a memento. Mr. Shah's commitment to volunteerism and his relentless efforts to promote low-cost, high-impact programs have significantly contributed to the Foundation's growth and impact. Thank you, Mr. Shah, for taking the time to join our festivities today. Let us give one big round of applause to all of our distinguished guests for taking the time out to join our festivities.
As Swami Shri gets situated, let's take a moment to understand better who Mahant Swami Maharaj is. We know who he is, and above all, he is the embodiment of devotion. Today, we are truly fortunate to have Mahant Swami Maharaj in our assembly. Wherever he goes, he faithfully travels with the images of Akshar Purushottam Maharaj. He constantly offers his devotion to Akshar Purushottam Maharaj throughout the day. And every evening, as a form of his devotion, he offers the Aarti. Today, let us join with Swami Shri as he offers the Aarti to Akshar Purushottam Maharaj.
अक्षर पुरुषोत्तम महाराजनी जय, गुणातीतानंद स्वामी महाराजनी जय, भगत जी महाराजनी जय, शास्त्री जी महाराजनी जय, योगी जी महाराजनी जय, प्रमुख स्वामी महाराजनी जय, महंत स्वामी महाराजनी जय, अक्षरधाम महोत्सवनी जय।
Swami Shri, tonight we're all gathered here to celebrate the Indian community by honoring various organizations that have dedicated their time and their resources to bettering everyone's life in the community. Pramukh Swami Maharaj lived by the motto, "In the joy of others lies our own." And every organization here also strives to live by that sentiment in their own organization and in their own personal lives. As we mentioned at the very beginning of the program, we have informally categorized every organization into 4 different categories. But Swami, if we look at today, we have over 65 different organizations represented by over 400 distinguished guests who have come here today. I would like to request the different representatives from different organizations to stand when I mention their category. The first group is the Culture and Traditions organizations. These organizations work to promote Indian culture, heritage, and traditions through a variety of different activities such as festivals, picnics, and camps. They cater to the needs of local and national Indian community by working with city, state, and national offices. The goal of these organizations is to maintain Indian culture and make sure the next generation can imbibe it without any obstacles. Thank you for all of your service. Next, I would like to request all of the organizations in the service and charity group to please stand. Swami Shri, these organizations focus on serving the community. They use all of their resources, whether it be financial or human, to help different deserving groups. Some serve the poor while others work to improve the environment. Some feed the hungry while others help the aged, and some provide disaster relief while others reach out to help refugees. All of these organizations have made somebody else a priority in their life, and we're all better for their services. Thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. The third group I would like to request to stand is the Teaching and Education group organizations. These organizations strive to teach, whether it be languages such as Gujarati, Hindi, Marathi, or Tamil, or cultural traditions and hobbies such as dance, music, or art. These organizations have taught thousands of people about Indian culture across the continent. And many of these organizations also provide financial support to needy and deserving students across the world. Thank you for all of your service. The last group that I would like to request to stand is the group represented by the terms unity and harmony. These organizations focus on strengthening the unity and harmony amongst all of us. They do so by building networks and sharing resources across the country and sometimes even across the world. They make sure that each community can maintain its own personal identity while still accepting and imbibing the best of what America has to offer all of us. Swami Shri, today all of these people, over 400 distinguished guests, have come here out of their respect towards Pramukh Swami Maharaj and yourself. Through their care and consideration towards BAPS, through their connection to BAPS, you are all more than our guests, you are our family. We thank you for all of your service to all of the community. And thank you all for being here today. As we continue with today's assembly, let's remember that we are spending today focusing on learning about and imbibing Pramukh Swami Maharaj's lesson to all of us, "In the joy of others lies our own." Through Pramukh Swami Maharaj and Mahant Swami Maharaj's continued grace and guidance, we see this sentiment manifested through the devotees here. Today, let us learn about one such devotee named Ramji Bhai from the northern Gujarat village of Unja.
आज बात करनी है उत्तर गुजरात के ऊंजा गांव के एक आशास्पद युवान रामजी भाई की। 1977 में हजारों लोगों की तरह राम जी भाई भी अपने अरमानों को संजोए अमेरिका आ पहुंचे। शुरुआती डगर तो अन्यों की तरह उनकी भी काफ़ी कठिनाई भरी रही, मगर उनके जिगर में जज्बा बुलंद था। स्वप्नों को साकार करने के लिए उन्होंने रात दिन एक कर दिए। समय बीतता गया और पुरुषार्थ परिमाण करता ले गया। परिस्थिति उनकी बदलने लगी, उनकी आर्थिक स्थिति भी समृद्ध होने लगी, समाज में उनका रुतबा भी बढ़ने लगा। समाज में सभी रामजी काका का खूब आदर करने लगे। 1982 में उन्होंने गुजराती सोसाइटी ऑफ सदर्न कैलिफोर्निया की स्थापना भी की। सुख समृद्धि होने के बावजूद भी रामजी काका का मन हमेशा समाज के लिए कुछ करने के लिए लालायित रहता था। हौसलों को डगर मिलती है, उसी तरह रामजी काका को भी समाज सेवा करने का मार्ग मिल गया। उन्होंने भारतीय समाज के मृत स्वजनों के अंतिम संस्कार में जाना शुरू किया। आज तक 1000 से ज्यादा फ्यूनरल सर्विसेज में एक स्वजन बनकर वो उनके वहां सम्मिलित हुए हैं। यह तो उनकी समाज सेवा करने की सिर्फ शुरुआत थी। रामजी काका ने अपनी सेवा की परिधि भारत तक पहुंचाई। भारत में उन्होंने एक विशिष्ट सेवा कार्य का आरंभ किया, नगर स्वच्छता योजना। वह गांव में जाते और वह स्वयं झाड़ू लेकर सब कुछ साफ करने लग जाते। सबको एक एनआरआई ऐसी सामान्य सेवा करते हैं वो देखकर आश्चर्य होता था, बट उनकी सेवा की शुद्ध भावना से प्रेरित होकर सब लोग उनकी सेवा में जुड़ने लगे और स्वच्छता का एक महायज्ञ शुरू हुआ। रामजी भाई के प्रयत्न से ऊंझा एवं आसपास के कई गांवों में स्वच्छता की जागृति आई। लोग स्वच्छता के प्रति सजग होने लगे। कई सामाजिक संस्था एवं मीडिया ने उनकी यही महान सेवा की काफी नोंद ली। तत्कालीन मुख्यमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी ने भी उनकी ये महान सेवा कार्य को काफी सराहा। नरेंद्र भाई मोदी जी की सूचना से प्रेरित होकर सन 2020 में रामजी काका ने ऊंझा के जो तहसील है उसमें घर घर जाके जो भी ज़रूरतमंद लोग हैं उनको वेस्टर्न टॉयलेट की जो समस्या थी उनको उन्होंने सेवा करने के बाद उनको वेस्टर्न टॉयलेट की टॉयलेट बनाने की सेवा भी उन्होंने की। आर्थिक एवं शारीरिक प्रतिकूलता से पीड़ित लोगों की ये सुविधा के लिए उन्होंने निस्वार्थ निःशुल्क वेस्टर्न टॉयलेट बनाने वाले इस रामजी काका एक मानवता की अनेरी मिसाल बन चुके हैं। तो आइए आज अनेक पुरस्कार मान सम्मानों से सम्मानित रामजी काका का हृदय इससे इतर कुछ और ही सोच रहा है। आइए उनसे ही सुनते हैं। जय स्वामीनारायण।
जय स्वामीनारायण। सने 1996 વાત છે કે લોસ એન્જલસમાં જે વિટિયર સિટી BAPS સ્વામિનારાયણના મંદિરથી નજીકમાં પાર્ક અને પાર્કની અંદર મેળાવડો થયેલો। પ્રમુખ સ્વામી બાપાએ પોતાના મુખથી વાત કરી કે બીજાના ભલામાં આપણું ભલું છે, બીજાના સુખમાં આપણું સુખ છે। ઇન ધ જોય ઓફ અધર્સ લાઈઝ અવર ઓન। આ જીવન ભાવનાથી મારા હૃદયમાં પ્રેરણા થઈ કે સમાજ સેવા એ બધાથી સાથે લઈને ચાલીને જો સેવા કરીએ તો એમાં પ્રેરણા બાપા રાજી થાય। એટલે આ જીવન ભાવનાથી હું પ્રેરાઈને 2009માં નરેન્દ્રભાઈ મોદી જે સીએમ મુલાકાત થઈ અને અમારી બીએપીએસની સેવા ભક્તિથી એટલા રાજી થયા નરેન્દ્રભાઈ અને એનાથી એમને નિષ્ઠાપૂર્વક સંસ્થાનો ખ્યાલ બી આવ્યો. પણ વાત એટલી જ છે કે નરેન્દ્રભાઈને વાત કરી કે મારે તમને એક જ વાત કરવાની છે. તો એક પ્રસંગમાં મોદીજી સીએમ હતા ત્યાંની સીએમ નહોતા ત્યાંની આ વાત છે કે એક સભાની અંદર પોતે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી બાપાની જે પગની જે રેખા સેમ ટાઈમ નરેન્દ્રભાઈની પોતાની પગની રેખા આમ ધારી ધારીને જોઈ રહે કે એક સરખી લાગે છે અને એ સરખી રાખવાથી નરેન્દ્રભાઈને એમ લાગ્યું કે આ કંઈક અલગ વસ્તુ છે. ત્યારે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી બાપાએ નરેન્દ્રભાઈને કહ્યું કે જુઓ આ જે રેખાઓ સમાન છે એટલે આપણા જીવનમાં બંનેની સમાજ સેવા છે અને એ સેવાથી આકર્ષાઈને નરેન્દ્રભાઈને ઉત્તમ પરિચય થયો અને અત્યારે પણ હું વિનંતીથી હું કહું છું કે મારા સ્ત્રોત્ર સમાન પ્રમુખ સ્વામી બાપાને હું હર ઘડી દર્શન કરું છું અને મારા જીવન પર્યંત સુધી બાપાના માર્ગે હું કેમ ચાલું બસ એ જ. જય સ્વામિનારાયણ.
बात है 2020 की कोविड की महामारी के प्रकोप की. बात है शिकागो के ओहेर एयरपोर्ट की. वैसे तो वो विश्व में सबसे ज़्यादा बिजिएस्ट एयरपोर्ट के रूप में जाना जाता था, लेकिन कोविड काल के दरमियान वो बिजिएस्ट और हॉटेस्ट हॉटस्पॉट के लिए भी जाना जाता था. इसी दौरान भारतीय मूल का एक नागरिक कनाडा की तरफ नौकरी के लिए जा रहा था और बीच में ओहेर एयरपोर्ट पे ले ओवर के लिए रुकना पड़ा. उस दरमियान कोविड की आवश्यकता थी कि हर कोई यात्री को कोविड टेस्ट करना पड़ता था और उस दरमियान वो जो नागरिक था बालाजी वो कोविड के पॉजिटिव पाए गए. एविएशन के रूल के अनुसार अब उन्हें 2 हफ्ते तक नज़दीकी होटल में क्वारंटाइन होना था. एयरलाइन की तरफ से उनके भोजन की सब प्रबंध हो चुकी थी, लेकिन जो भोजन उनको उपलब्ध था वो सिर्फ मांसाहार था और बालाजी वो शाकाहारी थे. शाकाहारी भोजन के रूप में सिर्फ सलाद ही परोसा जाता था. अब कोई 2 हफ्ते तक वो भी कोविड की बीमारी में किस तरह घास फूस खा के जी सकता है. उसी दौरान बालाजी की मुलाकात हुई होटल के एक कर्मचारी से जो स्वयं तो पाकिस्तान से थे, लेकिन उनकी बात सुनी, उनकी परेशानी को समझकर चिंतित होकर उन्होंने BAPS के स्वामीनारायण मंदिर पे शिकागो में पूज्य देवबंदन स्वामी का संपर्क किया. उन्हें सब हकीकत बताई. हकीकत जानते ही पूज्य स्वामी जी ने BAPS के सन्निष्ठ हरिभक्त धीरेन भाई को फ़ोन किया. सेवा के लिए सदा तत्पर धीरेन भाई स्वामी जी की प्रस्तावना सुनकर तुरंत ही सेवा के लिए तैयार हो गए और उन्होंने तभी के तभी बालाजी को फ़ोन किया जानने के लिए कि उन्हें भोजन में क्या पसंद है. कोविड के इस भीषण काल में जब कोई बाहर निकलना भी पसंद नहीं करता था, उस समय धीरेन जी हर रोज़ सुबह शाम अपने हाथों से पकाया हुआ भोजन लेकर बालाजी की होटल पे जाते, उनके दरवाजे पे वो भोजन रख देते, फिर अपनी कार में जाके उनसे फ़ोन पे बातें करते। बालाजी तो धीरेन्द्र भाई की ये सेवा भावना देखकर दंग हो गए। वो भी उस समय कि कोविड के काल जब अपने भी पराये हो जाते थे, तब किसी पराये से अपनों से भी ज़्यादा प्यार और अनुकंपा पाना एक असहज था, असामान्य था। लेकिन पराकाष्ठा तो तब हुई जब बालाजी का कोविड का क्वारंटाइन का समय पूर्ण हुआ और वो पूर्णतः कोविड मुक्त हो गए। तब उन्होंने जब स्वयं रूबरू में धीरेन्द्र जी को देखा तो उन्होंने पाया कि एक नौजवान जिसका खुद का एक पैर नहीं, जो हर रोज़ अपनी समस्या से लड़ रहा है, जो हर रोज़ जजूम रहा है, वो खुद अपने हाथों से भोजन बनाकर अपनी समस्याओं का चिंता किए बिना कोविड के समय पर हर रोज़ 2 बार उन्हें खाना देने आते थे। बालाजी की आंखों में तो आंसू आ गए। उन्हें समझ नहीं आता था कि किस शब्दों में वो धीरेन्द्र जी का उनका आभार प्रकट करें। पैसे देकर उनके इस कार्य की सराहना भी करनी चाहिए, लेकिन धीरेन्द्र भाई ने स्पष्ट मना कर दिया और कहा कि इस सेवा का उनका एक ही उद्देश्य है, वो है अपने गुरु प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज और महंत स्वामी महाराज की पूर्ण प्रसन्नता। ये तो सिर्फ एक ही प्रसंग है, लेकिन धीरेन्द्र भाई ने ऐसे कई अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बच्चे जो वहाँ पढ़ाई करते थे, जिनके आसपास उनका कोई परिवार सदस्य नहीं था, ऐसे बच्चों के लिए 10 से 12 हफ्तों तक अपने हाथों से बनाकर भोजन परोसा है। और जब धीरेन्द्र भाई से पूछताछ करती हैं तो उनकी सेवा की सिर्फ एक ही भावना है, वो है केवल गुरु की प्रसन्नता। तो आइए आज धीरेन्द्र भाई से ही विनती करते हैं और जानते हैं कि इनकी इस सेवा भावना के पीछे कौन सा प्रोत्साहन बल काम कर रहा है।
साईं बापा, जब मैं 19 साल का था तब मुझे बोन कैंसर डिटेक्ट हुआ। थोड़े महीनों के बाद डॉक्टर ने बोला कि तुम्हारा पैर काटना पड़ेगा। मेरे परिवार को कुछ भी समझ नहीं आ रहा था। तब प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ने सबकी हिम्मत बढ़ाई। उसके बाद मेरा ऑपरेशन हुआ। ऑपरेशन के बाद जब प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज के आशीर्वाद के लिए जब मैं गया, तब उन्होंने मेरे सर पे हाथ रख के बोला, था ही नहीं, दिमाग में से निकाल देना। वो वाक्य सुन के मुझे इतना कॉन्फिडेंस आ गया कि उसके बाद मैं मानसिक रूप से कभी भी अपने आप को विकलांग नहीं समझा। उतना ही नहीं, पर एक माँ अपने बच्चे को अच्छी तरह से चलता देखना चाहती है, उसी तरह स्वामी श्री ने मेरे अंदर इतना रस लिया और मेरा पैर कहाँ बनाना है, कैसा बनाना है, किस तरह से मैं सबसे अच्छा चल सकूं, उसके लिए भी वो मुझे मार्गदर्शन देते रहे। एक बार बड़ौदा में अटलादरा में स्वामी श्री से मिलना हुआ, तब स्वामी बापा ने मुझे बोला, सब पूछा, तब मैं जयपुर जा रहा था पैर बनाने के लिए, तो उन्होंने बोला कि जयपुर के अंदर एक महावीर विकलांग ट्रस्ट है, वो भी पैर बनाते हैं, वहाँ भी आप पैर बनवा लो। मैं जयपुर गया, वहाँ से पैर बना के आया, तो स्वामी बापा ने मुझे देखा तो मुझे बोला, आ गया, मुझे चल के दिखा। तब मैंने चल के उनको दिखाया, तो वो मेरे नज़दीक आए और उन्होंने अपने पैर से मेरे नकली पैर को दबाया और पूछा कि कुछ पता चलता है। तो मेरे नकली पैर को तो कुछ फीलिंग नहीं हुआ, लेकिन वो फीलिंग मेरे अंतर के अंदर हो गई। उसके बाद मैंने पीछे मुड़ के कभी भी नहीं देखा। और स्वामी श्री ने उसी वक्त मुझे बोला कि हम जयपुर जाने वाले हैं, तो तुम भी उस वक्त वहाँ आ जाओ। मैं जयपुर गया तो वहाँ उन्होंने मुझे दीवान साहब से मिलवाया। वो उस वक्त विधायक थे और राजस्थान के एक्स हेल्थ मिनिस्टर थे। उनको प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज ने रिक्वेस्ट किया कि ये बच्चे यहाँ आते हैं, अस्पताल में परेशानी होती है, काफ़ी रुकना पड़ता है, तो आप उनके लिए कुछ कर सके तो उनको कुछ हेल्प मिल जाए। उसके स्वामी श्री के इसी प्रयास से और मेरे अंदर मुझे खुश देखने के लिए, मेरे परिवार को खुश देखने के लिए, जो उनके सोच थी और मुझे मदद कर रहे थे। तो आज मैं बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं कह के इतना कहता हूँ कि प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज, मैं जो भी चलता हूँ, मेरा एक एक डग वो प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज के आशीर्वाद की देन है मेरे पर। प्रमुख स्वामी महाराज की जीवन भावना दूसरों के सुख में अपना सुख है। उसी जीवन भावना से उसने हमारा जीवन, मेरे कुटुंब का जीवन भी खुश रखा, सबको आनंदित कर दिया। तो मैंने भी इस प्रसंग से इतना सोचा कि मैं भी अपने जीवन में कभी भी कोई भी को मदद की ज़रूरत है तो उसको कभी भी ना नहीं बोलूँगा और मदद करता रहूँगा। स्वामी बापा, आपको एक प्रार्थना है, मुझे आशीर्वाद दीजिए, मैं और मेरा कुटुंब अंतिम श्वास तक इसी भावना से सबकी सेवा करते रहे।
Truly, in the joy of others lies our own. We could spend our entire lives trying to understand this statement on our own, but who better to teach it to us and to tell us the depths of this philosophy other than Pramukh Swami Maharaj's manifest swarup himself, his manifest form himself, Mahan Swami Maharaj. તો હવે આપણે પરમ પૂજ્ય મહાન સ્વામી મહારાજને વિનંતી અને પ્રાર્થના કરીએ કે બીજાના ભલામાં આપણું ભલું, બીજાના સુખમાં આપણું સુખ અને બીજાના ઉત્કર્ષમાં આપણો ઉત્કર્ષ છે, એ પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજની જીવન ભાવના વિષયક આપણને આશીર્વાદનો લાભ આપે.
શ્રી સ્વામિનારાયણ ભગવાનની જય. અક્ષર પુરુષોત્તમ મહારાજની જય. ગુણાતીતાન મહારાજની જય. ભગતજી મહારાજની જય. શાસ્ત્રીજી મહારાજની જય. યોગીજી મહારાજની જય. પ્રમુખ સ્વામી મહારાજની જય. અક્ષરધામ મહોત્સવ. આપણે વાત કરી ગયા, પણ વાક્ય તો સામાન્ય છે, પણ એમાં કેટલું બધું રહેલું છે. તમે સમજી શકો છો કે બીજા માટે કેટલી બધી લાગણી છુપાયેલી છે. તો તમારા બધાના દર્શન અહીં એક સાથે થાય છે, એ જોઈને મને ખૂબ આનંદ થાય છે. આટલા વરસાદ છતાં પણ આપ બધા આવ્યા તે બદલ આપનો આભાર. વરસાદનું વાતાવરણ, ચારે બાજુથી એવું વાતાવરણ, પણ તમે છતાંય તમે આવ્યા આ પ્રસંગ માટે. અમારા ગુરુ યોગીજી મહારાજે કહેતા કે ભગવાન સૌનું ભલું કરો. આ તો બધું આવી ગયું. ભગવાન સૌનું ભલું કરો. બધાનું ભલું થાય એ કેટલી ઉચ્ચ ભાવના. બધા વાત કરે કે તારું ભલું થાય, પણ કાર્ય કરે નહીં. કાર્ય કરવા બાકી રહે. યોગીઓ અપાય તો કરેલું છે, અને પ્રમુખ સાહેબ તો ભારોભાર આ વાત કરેલું છે. અને પ્રમુખ સાહેબ મહારાજ પણ કહેતા કે બીજાના ભલામાં આપણું ભલું. ઇન ધ જોય ઓફ અધર્સ લાઈઝ આર ઓન. બધાનું સારું થાય એ ભાવના છે તો સુખ શાંતિ રહેશે. જો આખી દુનિયામાં આવી ભાવના હોય તો અક્ષરધામ જ કાંઈ બાકી રહે નહીં. બધાની આવી ભાવના હોય, બીજાનું ભલું થાય, બીજાનું ભલું થાય, તો કેટલું દિવ્ય વાતાવરણ થઈ જાય. બધાનું સારું થાય એ ભાવના કાર્ય કરે છે. સૌને ધન્યવાદ છે. બધી સંસ્થાઓ નાના મોટા બધી સંસ્થાઓ બધી સંસ્થાઓ આ ભાવનાથી કાર્ય કરે છે. સૌને ધન્યવાદ છે. તૈત્તરીય ઉપનિષદ કહે છે, ઓમ સહનૌ ભવતુ સહનૌ ભુનક્તુ. આપણે એકબીજાના સારું એવું ભાવના હોય તો એ ભાવના પર થઈને આપણે એક માત્ર પ્રમુખ સ્વામીની ભાવના બીજાના ભલામાં આપણું ભલું એ ભાવના પર આવી જઈએ. આપણે એકબીજાનું કાર્યનું પ્રોત્સાહન આપીએ. બધા આગળ વધો, આગળ વધો, આગળ વધો. કોઈનું ખંડન ના કરીએ. કોઈનું ખંડન ખંડને પડતી છે. આખી દુનિયામાં જે બધું નુકસાન થયું છે એ ખંડનાત્મક વલણથી થયું છે. અને એકબીજાને પ્રોત્સાહન આપીએ તો સ્વર્ગ થઈ જાય. આનંદ રહે. ભાવના મૂળ મનની ભાવના છે એ જ મુખ્ય છે. શરીર તો જેમ દોરો એમ દોરાય, પણ મનની ભાવના છે એ તમને સારું નરસું બનાવે છે. કોઈનું ખંડન ના કરીએ, સ્પર્ધા ના કરીએ, બીજાનો ઉત્કર્ષ જોઈને રાજી થઈએ. બહુ અઘરું છે પણ કરવાનું છે. અને આમાં જ આપણે સારું થશે. એકબીજાને મદદ કરીએ. એ તો કરે છે ઉપરથી કરે છે. અંદર ભલે જે હોય પણ ઉપરથી તો કરે છે. પણ ઘણા બધા સારા છે. ખરે અંતરથી ઉપરથી બધી રીતે ભલું કરે છે. આપણે એકતા રાખીએ, કાર્ય કરીશું તો બધાની પ્રગતિ થશે. આપણે એકતા રાખીને બધા આપણે એક જ છીએ, એક જ છે, કંઈ ફેર નથી. તમે માણસ છો, બે પગ બે હાથ, અને આપણે પણ બે હાથ પગ. તો ફરે છે ક્યાં? મનમાં. મન તમારું બગડેલું હોય બધું બગાડે. મન સુધરેલું હોય આનંદ થઈ જાય. તો મન સુધારવાની વાત છે. આપણે એકતા રાખીને કાર્ય કરીશું તો બધાની પ્રગતિ થશે અને આખો ભારતીય સમાજ આગળ આવશે. ભારત દેશમાં વૈવિધ્ય એકતા છે. તે ભાવનાથી આ અક્ષરધામ મંદિર બન્યું છે. અક્ષરધામ મંદિર બન્યું છે આ ભાવનાથી જ બન્યું છે. અક્ષરધામ આપણા બધાનું છે. બધા દેશ, બધા દર્શને આવજો. બધા દર્શને આવજો. તમે બધા અહીં પધાર્યા છો. બધાએ તન મન ધન સુખી થાઓ. બધાનું સ્વાસ્થ્ય સારું રહે અને આપના દ્વારા ધર્મનું કાર્ય અને સમાજની સારી સેવા થાય તે જ ભગવાનના ચરણમાં પ્રાર્થના.
Once again, let's thank Pujya Mahant Swami Maharaj for taking the time out today to prepare a speech to let us know how deep Pramukh Swami Maharaj's sentiments truly were. Once again, thank you to all the organizations that came here today. So that Mahant Swami Maharaj can see every representative from the organization, I'd like to request once again every member who's come from every organization to stand at their respective location. And from the bottom of our hearts, we want to say thank you for all of the service that you're performing for the community. Your service, your charity, your volunteerism, your relentless struggle, and despite everything that you go through, you continue to work for Indian culture, heritage, and traditions. Because of certain restrictions in today's assembly hall, we had to request many of you to sit on the floor or to sit in the back. Thanks to all of you for adjusting to every one of our needs. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, we thank all of you for your presence today in the assembly. Jai Swaminarayan.
આપણે પરમ પૂજ્ય સ્વામી
Thank you.